Welcome, I'm Kinetic Symphony. This is Dave. I hunt down and report on weird and true mysterious stories, from glitches to the supernatural. Caissons Val 1682, written by NeeAlca, The Foggy Lot Where Time Forgot. This happened in 2017-2018. I was a college student in Amherst, Massachusetts. One night, my buddy and I headed to the McDonald's in Hadley, Massachusetts, which takes less than 10 minutes without traffic. We headed there late in the night, so there was no traffic. We parked and walked in, ordered food, and took it to a window seat to start eating and chatting. When we entered the McDonald's, there's still people ordering. Cars were parked in the lot. It's near many colleges, so kids go there for late night food a lot. After I sat down and took a few bites of the food, my girlfriend texted me asking how it's going, when I'm going back, etc. I told her it won't be long. Probably 30 minutes including the time to eat and chat. Then we just kept eating until we finished. I looked up. There's no one in the restaurant anymore. At that point, I didn't feel strange or anything. I just thought people just left. When we walked out of the McDonald's, there's quite some fog, but that area has fog from time to time. And all the cars except for ours in the lot were gone too. But I mean, if people left, their car should leave too. So we got into our car. Before we started the car, we saw an old early 2000s SUV pulled into the lot with zero noise, no engine sound. I didn't notice the light until it pulled over to my right front spot. It kinda seemed like it just slid in with no friction or anything. Still at that point, I didn't have any unsettling feelings. My buddy started driving and we somehow got into the lot across the street, which is a little mall area if I remember correctly. We went there quite often, and none of us realized we got into that parking lot road. The fog was still strong. We kept driving, but couldn't find the right exit. After a few minutes, in my memory, we saw a police car driving and decided to follow him, eventually leading us out of the lot. Counting from leaving McDonald's, it didn't seem to take longer than half an hour. Then when I got home, my girlfriend got mad because she told me more than 3 hours had passed. She passed out on the couch and was waiting for me to come back. We compared the text message she sent while I was in the restaurant. That was from more than 3 hours ago already. Then we both went silent, not knowing what to say. I'm still getting chills while writing this. Caissons Val 1682, The Foggy Lot Where Time Forgot. So fog makes a new appearance, where fog often correlates with some strange anomalies, monsters even. But in this case there were no monsters, just this mysterious SUV. It feels like Dead Pocket Theory, where there was this woman in a park that was just walking along a normal trail and the park's geometry shifted. I believe that she was there in a Dead Pocket server where the whole volume of the planet isn't rendered, there's no point. But she did see a few people and they were all wearing, it was like this woman wearing a brown jacket or something. She looked out of place. Now you didn't see who was driving this SUV, but if I'm right, if you had seen it, he would have looked out of place too. It seems like there are people there, maybe developers you could say, or moderators, that are in charge of ensuring the safe passage between normal universe Dead Pocket to the new universe. Now, you were there consciously with your friend. So I do believe if quantum immortality is true, and these Dead Pocket servers are a necessity sometimes, you can travel there with a friend. Maybe it's a stopping point like the hub, the nexus, and your friend went to a different universe, not the one you inevitably ended up in, a different one. And it would also explain the time jump. Sometimes in these cases, there's a time gap between quantum immortality events. I think the transfer process just can take time, probably related to how far away or complex the geometry is to navigate your soul to the new area. Case file number 1683, written by Realistic Camel 799, Cat Clues and Roundabout Ruse. So yesterday, I drove around with a friend of mine, as we always do, just listening to some music. Also to watch the unusual northern lights due to the sun eruption. We always just drive from one sleepy town to another, like roads that we know. And as we did, my friend saw a gas station on the road, and he was so shocked about the cheap prices on the sign. Then we came to a roundabout and just drove in one direction, not caring about where the road would lead us. But we came to the same roundabout again. So we took another direction, and after driving around a little, we saw a lamp, where a cat was standing, and we came to the same roundabout again. We started to feel weird about that fact, so we took another direction, because now we wanted to drive home. As we drove, we almost ran over a badger, which he had never seen before. That was weird, and then we came to that same roundabout again. We just did not understand how that was possible, so we took the other direction. And we finally felt like we found a way out, because we came to 2 other towns, so we made progress. Just to realize that we were back to that same freaking roundabout again. We were like, what the hell? So we took one of the directions only to be in front of that light again, where we saw that cat earlier. That was so shocking to us that we took a completely different direction. So we freaked out and came to the same roundabout again where my heart skipped a beat, because we noticed the gas station just beside that roundabout. We didn't notice or felt like it wasn't exactly beside that earlier, but we're not sure. Stressed about not finding a way out, I started searching for my pack of almonds that I ate earlier that day in the back seat, but they were nowhere to be found, like they just disappeared and I could not find them. We finally, after like 20 minutes some way, could drive home, but were unsure if we had just imagined something weird and got lost. When I was home, my friend told me that he didn't want to freak me out, but that the tank remained exactly the same and did not get any less in that time. I don't know, it just felt very weird and I don't know what to think. Also, I saw like 8 cats on that road, and I've never seen so many in the night. I don't know why that weirded me out. And we also saw like 5 other cars, so the roads were not empty. Hey, would you like early access to my weekly and monthly compilations? If so, you can join the channel here on YouTube for $10 a month, the Clairvoyant tier, or on Patreon. If you join on Patreon, there'll never be any ads on the videos, and you also get access to my uncut reactions to shows I've never seen before. Currently, the early access period will be 1 week ahead. For everyone that doesn't join, that's fine. Nothing will change. Everything will be on the same schedule, and everything will be free as always. Also, as a benefit, if you do join on YouTube, currently there's no way to enable it for members to not receive ads in general. But what I can do is, during the early access period where only members can view it, I won't enable ads. So at least that'll be a benefit I can give. There's no way to set it where members don't get ads when the video is public, unfortunately. I wish there was a way to do that, but currently there isn't. YouTube is very slow to implement new benefits and stuff. But we'll see, maybe in the future that'll be possible. So if that interests you, go and check it out, and otherwise, I'll catch you later. Take care. Case notes for file 1683. Cat clues and roundabout ruse. The geometry doesn't make sense, and it feels more ominous than the other ones. It almost feels like the back rooms, where no matter what direction you go, you're back where you started. There's also a story fairly recently going to the Bald Mountain near Area 51, and people were just going up it and then wanted to leave. But no matter the direction they went, they always went back to the lookout area and eventually slept, and then they could go back. So what is going on there? It's like a sphere of distorted space-time encompassed you. And is this because you were all in a dead pocket? I don't think this is a dead pocket. I think this was just a geometric anomaly, space-time anomaly. It's a Penrose Stairs, but Penrose Roundabout in this case. How curious. Were people observing you? Posing as animals? Guardian angels, maybe? Stands to reason that a guardian angel could take possession of an animal, too. Perhaps. Now time for the joke of the day. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels. They'd be a bit more delicious then, and very edible. I could go for a bagel right now, with some jam. Ooh, nice. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell. Kinetic Symphony signing off.